just won in emphatic fashion, first round. Flying knee as well, showed your stand-up game in there. How great did it feel to get the win in the way that you did?
Feels amazing. I'm really excited, you know, like from morning I got up, I'm like, I actually training this morning and I want to get in as soon as possible. Yeah, especially showing my striking. I always have striking, but if I don't need to use it, I don't use it. But I just see opportunity and took it.
There was a big rivalry there as well, so how sweet was that as well? It was someone that you wanted to silence. Did that feel good?
Been rivalry?
Yeah, there was a big rivalry between you and your opponent there.
Like rivalry, I wouldn't say he didn't offended my family, anything like this. It's the guy has a family. I have kid coming up soon. I'm gonna be like youngest father maybe in UFC. I don't know. And he has a kid. He has he's a married guy. He's fighting for the family. I'm fighting for the family to feed them. And I wouldn't say like rivalry, but he's a fighter. We talk. Nobody gonna back down. You know, when they see each other. So it's normal thing.
How proud are you to break records? You know, youngest fighter in the UFC. Fighting out of Wigan as well, representing the small town of Wigan on a worldwide stage.
Yeah, I grew up there, then I moved to Manchester, so it feels amazing to show young generation, doesn't matter where you live, you have gym or not, if you really want to become fighter or something in your life, you can travel, you got everything in your kit to do, to chase your dreams. You just have to have this like fire in your heart, you know, to do something. If you really want to do, you make anything.
Mike, first of all, congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
So you've been fighting, what, 7 years? This is your 30th fight you've had, you know, amateur and pro, and you're only 21 years old, and you've had your first win in the UFC. Just explain that journey, you know, you've had all through the IMAF series, becoming the world champion there. And I said, you're now a UFC winner and 21 years old. How does that feel now, the whole journey?
Yes, this is my actually first fight, you know, but somebody like make no contents in a previous organization where I fought, but it is, of course I had so much experience in the past, so much like travel around the world, even I fought in Australia, like in Bahrain, everywhere I fought, you know, and I came here already experienced, see the media, backstages, medicals, everything should be done on time. And when I see like fight week in UFC, I'm familiar everything, and it's like people have a good impression. I'm like, I've done this. Of course, all fighters have a pressure. We are human beings, you know. It's normal.
So how important is it that you have travelled the world at such a young age and fought on big stages already? You know, has that made a difference coming in tonight?
Definitely. I travel and I haven't fought in UK a long time now, and it was great to put great performance in front of a British crowd in O2 Arena. I was at the O2 Arena in 2016 as a kid. I came here to watch my close friend Rustam Khabilov. I actually was in Hilton Hotel, go see him after the fight, and I'm like, I'm gonna be here soon, and I'm here today.
Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Mohamed, you predicted that you were going to get a second round, just here. Hi. You predicted that you were going to get a second round finish. Obviously, you came away with the second fastest flyweight submission in UFC history. What does adding that kind of accomplishment mean to you?
Yes, I predicted. So tonight was like TKO and submission same time. And people were like, "Hey, you cocky guy, why you predict?" I'm not cocky. I know I've been 15 weeks away from everyone, training morning, night, living with the guys, and like maybe 5-6 guys in one room, you know, just like concentrate on the training. And I know this all pay off, and the confidence you bring to the cage is what you've done in the past 2-3 months. So I predict that. That's why I said I was confident, and I said this.
You also mentioned before the fight that this was the first time that you had a proper camp going into this fight. How did that give you an extra level of confidence?
Yes, to be honest, this is my first proper camp out of all my career, and like without competing in jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and this around. My coach, Garnett, used to tell me, "Hey, what are you doing?" Like before my last professional fight in September, 3 weeks before fight I was competing in different country for wrestling, and 2 weeks before the fight competing in about 8 matches I had in a grappling tournament. And then I came to a fight, you know, with, like I was ill, I had like staph infection, and I still fought and I won against good opponent, and then I understood that I have to concentrate on one thing.
You said that you had, you know, you wanted to become a champion, flyweight champion very soon. I think you said within the next 3 years. What do you think is next for you? What would you like next?
Top 15 guys. I know there's like top 10 guy like Tim Elliott. I would love to fight him. I know maybe people say he's too fast, you have to go through the guys. If Cody would beat me tonight, he'd be top 15. Let's be realistically, like he's like he will be like 2-1 in UFC, like, and so why not put me in top 15 and I'll fight anybody in top 15. And it will be fast track to UFC title.
Mohamed? Why specifically Tim Elliott?
Why?
Why specifically Tim Elliott?
He's been around this game a long time. He fought like Demetrius Johnson, like last fight he won, and he's not like some guy just like a losing streak. I want to just batter him, you know. But he's just one of the guys. He's top 10, and I want to fight him.
That flying knee that dropped Cody in right out of the gate, given his wrestling pedigree coming into this fight, is that a move that you plan to execute so early, or did you just see it capitalizing in the moment?
I wouldn't say like he's wrestling like he's high level. He's average fighter. I said this before the fight. I said these all guys are like average fight, normal fighters. They have 2 legs, 2 arms. It's nothing like he's American wrestling. I never see it. It's like I showed him right knee. He dipped down, and then I'm like right knee, left knee, boom. That's it. It wasn't like game plan, you know.
Congrats on the win tonight. You know, I know you're used to keeping a busy schedule as an amateur. As a professional, you probably can't fight that much. And now that you've had your 6th fight, have you thought about the adjustment you'll have to make not competing as often? Is that going to be hard for you?
No, I think it's the right thing to do. I'm away from title maybe 3 fights maximum. I think maybe 2 fights, and I will fight for the title. And it's not much. I have to like now. I'm off of the camp. I'm gonna build my skills and then go back in the camp again, and then fight again as soon as possible. I'm not injured. I'm feeling great, and I want to stay busy.
And just in terms of, I know you've said you have so much experience, and much of the amateur scene was very similar to all this. But did you have any nerves tonight? Any octagon nerves at all when you walked out?
Bro, I think all human beings have nerves, you know. It's not something like we don't have. Of course, like my debut against a guy who's 10 years older, a lot of pressure. I said, I predicted this. I have to back up my words. I'm not like messing around, like just like mouth. And but I use this energy for myself. You know, this all to push me, to motivate me. When I go inside the cage, I'm like, I know he's my team, my family. I'm representing everybody around me, and I'm doing for myself and my team.
Mohammed, over here. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
You must be feeling great, right?
Feeling amazing. Yeah.
So obviously you have the record for the youngest fighter in the UFC. Do you also think you now have the record for the greatest debut in the UFC?
There's guys, you know, there's guys who did good debut also.
Stop being humble.
Yes, maybe. If you think like this, then it's like this, you know.
So I'm guessing you'll be relaxing a little bit because Ramadan is coming up. So do you plan to take off Ramadan, and then how soon do you feel like you will come back?
To be honest, I still train in Ramadan, and I feel even better training. Like, and I'm just gonna build more my skills, and then I want to go to America, train, and want to fight in America. My next fight, I think.
So a man that you know quite well, Jake Hadley, tweeted, "I want that kid. I want to rip his heart out." What's your reaction to that, and how soon do you think that you and him will meet in the UFC?
First, he have to make weight and get off his knees before begging, you know, for the contract. And missing out of 31 fights. I never missed weight. I was in worse condition before and I never missed weight. If you miss weight and you get on your knees to beg a contract and he want to rip my head off, man, he pulled out from this card. What does he want? Just using my name to get promotion, but it's not my level. In amateurs, he called me out before, and the guy who I smashed, he sit on his face and smashed him, you know, and there's no levels. There's levels to this.
Congratulations on your performance today.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone. That was final question.
Done, eh?